up, and welcome back to another matchup here in the Fandom Fight Singles Tournament leading up to our championship round. We have made it to the second round with quarterfinals, and we have a barn burner matchup here tonight. But I'm not alone. I am joined here by Tim, the Emperor Smith. What's up, my man?
Not too much. Yeah, this ought to be a good match. I mean, seeing these two compete for a while, this is their third match against each other, so this ought to be pretty good in the world of fandom to see how well Alex and Nico will stack up against each other.
Yeah, and these guys got some heated words to say, as I'm sure Nico's going to go off about losing his belt to Alex, and Alex is just going to brush him off probably. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe some Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in there, but we'll see when promos get cut right now.
8 months ago, my opponent and I faced off for the very first time in a 3-round wrestling trivia bout. Went down to the wire, but he beat me. But I got his respect. A month later, I had a title match. He had a #1 contenders match. We both won. It was a happy day for the both of us over at Omega Club. And then the month after, he takes my title. And Omega Club breaks up shortly after that. The loss of that title to Mr. Worden over here has haunted me for half a year. I need to shake this monkey off my back, and tonight I plan on doing exactly that. This is the day that the Cosmic Nightfury finally gets one up on the Evolution, the Omega, the Wolverine, Alex Worden.
Oh, Nico. I'm actually very glad that you made it this far. I'm glad you beat Woodburn, and I'm glad I beat Jim. Of course I am. I'm glad we get to match up again, because you and I, you bring out the best in me. You bring out the competitive spirit in me. But here's the thing, Nico. I taught you a lesson months and months ago that you just can't seem to learn. You gotta keep running your mouth. You gotta keep flapping the gums. And in the words of Dr. Dre, you gotta keep fucking around with me. Well, you're bringing back the old me. You want Omega? You got him. You want the Wolverine? You got him. You want the Beast? He's here. There's one thing I know, and that's winning. And I know there's 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and Omega beats the Nightfury. So let's do this again. 3rd time, not a charm. Same result. I'm coming for blood. I'm getting to the semifinals, and I'm getting 1 step closer to that goal. Let's go.
Very heated words coming from both our competitors here today. Nico obviously bringing up his belt loss, and Alex bringing back the classic look of the Omega here for tonight. It's going to be a bloodbath. What do you think, Tim?
Oh yeah, it might be something maybe Nico bit off more than he can chew, but you never know. Here's the one thing you always learn with trivia with opponents. You never know when that time's going to come when you're going to get that win. Nico could get that win, or Alex wins. Either way, it's going to be fucking good.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's get into proper introductions. Gentlemen, introducing first, representing House Nightfury, with a record of 1 win, 0 defeats, and 1 technical knockout. He is the Cosmic Nightfury, Nico Suave Regoli. And his opponent, entering the ring with a record of 1 win, no defeats, he is Alex Omega Worden. All right, gentlemen, round 1 works like this. This is our whiteboard round. You will each be issued the same 10 questions from 10 different categories. If you get a perfect first round, you have earned yourself a bonus question from our mixed bag. You have 3 repeats throughout the entire match. 1 challenge rule. If you use your challenge and you lose it, then you lose it. Pretty self-explanatory, much like the first round of the Schmodown. Any questions, gentlemen?
Yeah, was I on camera when I did that pose, or did I walk out of frame?
What frame are you talking about?
You were fine.
What pose are you talking about, Nico? All right. All right, so if there are no questions, let's get into this. Tim, you want to give them their first question?
All right, gentlemen, your first question in the realm of Pixar. What is the name of the caterpillar in A Bug's Life? I haven't seen this movie for a while, Caleb. I was probably a little younger than you.
It's pretty underrated. But at the same time, it's hard to beat the modern stuff.
Well, a
We'll
lot of
go
the classic
5.
stuff also.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Nico.
Heimlich.
That's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Didn't have it. I said Sven.
Ooh. Nico already up 1 point as we get into our second question, which comes from the realm of the DCEU. What is the Flash doing in his cameo in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice? We'll be a little lenient, but there are some key words we are looking for.
Too bad the audience couldn't have been more lenient with that movie.
Ooh. Kane would agree. If Kane were here, he would applaud that one. He'd applaud that one.
Yeah, I think most of us would.
I mean, I don't hate the extended cut of this movie. I think it's a decent movie. I don't know. It's not terrible. We got to see Batman and Superman on screen together for the first time. It was all right. We're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Alex this time.
He is buying a beverage at a convenience store and then stopping a mugging, which I didn't write, but...
All right, let's go over to Nico, see what he wrote.
Grocery shopping at a convenience store and stopping a robbery.
Okay. Tim, what do you say? I mean, he had the answer, just didn't have it completely written out.
Yeah, because, I mean, the answer you have was stopping a gas station robbery. But, I mean, that whole scene, he was at the gas station.
I mean, the keywords I have here are stopping, gas station, and robbery.
Yeah, if that's what you're exactly looking for, then you'd probably just give it to Nico because he does have store robbery. But the whole scene was him at the gas station. But, I mean, you said proper keywords, and Nico did give you that, stopping a gas station robbery.
I have stopping a gas station robbery here, and unfortunately we didn't have stopping a robbery on your board, Alex, so we can't, unfortunately, give you that point. But, Nico, you got a point. All right. Next question.
All right. In the realm of one of Jessica Morgan's favorites, just ask Kane McMillan, in Indiana Jones, how does Indy get the scar on his chin?
Just watched this movie again the other day. It is a little cheesy, but it's fantastic.
I'm trying to get through Bond first, and I want to refreshen up on Indiana Jones.
You're going to take you forever to get through Bond. There's like a million of them.
Yeah, especially with
most
all
of them
the
suck.
projects we do. Yeah.
We'll go 5, 4, 3. Skyfall's my only favorite. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Nico.
I just wrote cut himself shaving. I completely forgot.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Alex.
He whips himself trying to tame a lion.
That is correct for 1 point.
I had a feeling it had to do with his own whip.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes from the realm of Disney movies. Disney. What game does Will play against Davy Jones in Dead Man's Chest? For the name of the game.
I love this movie out of the pirate movies for some reason. I love this one the most.
Really? More than Chris the Black Pearl, huh?
Yeah, honestly.
I like that. I like that opinion. I hold the opinion that the original trilogy is 3 really good movies all back to back, and then 4 and 5 happened. All right, we'll go 5.
Repeat the question.
Oh, there's a repeat from Nico. All right. What game does Will Turner play against Davy Jones in Dead Man's Chest?
I mean, honestly, if you just shut your brain off and just watch them, they're entertaining movies to watch.
I mean, I don't even have to shut my brain off. There's a lot of little nuanced mythology to the whole thing that I like. I don't know.
I'm apparently told I do that when I watch the Transformers movies and enjoy them.
The third one's not as bad as people say. 5, 4, 3. Dark of the Moon is not bad. 2, and 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
Was it Liar's Dice?
That is correct for 1 point. And
Nice.
Nico.
I had a game of chance written down and then changed it to chess.
That is incorrect. We are all tied up at 2 going into our 5th question.
Nice. All right, gentlemen. Your 5th question is in the realm of the MCU. How many years after the Avengers does Spider-Man Homecoming take place? Very good Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, it is very good, and I had fun writing this particular question because of the headache it presents to the timeline.
Yeah, if you do any research into timelines with stuff like this,
Normally they do
have
a
fun.
good job. Normally they do a good job of holding true, and then they decided to let the X-Men people take over for one movie in terms of timelines, and they messed it up. We go 5,
because they're changing it every 5 seconds. That's
3,
like X-Men people.
2, 1. Deadpool 2 killed the timeline entirely. All right, let's go over to Nico.
Was it 6 years?
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Alex.
3 years.
Incorrect. We're looking for 8 years
That
in
was
the
my
movie.
second choice. That was
At the start of the movie, it says it's 8 years, which is why it presents a massive headache. All right. Your next question, gentlemen, comes from the world of the wizarding world of Harry Potter. What spell does Newt Scamander use to reveal graves as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
I'm sorry. There was a question for this. I just heard like blankness out of your mouth. I don't know if I just can't hear you.
Your muggle
it's a
mind
blank
cannot
category.
perceive it.
Yeah, it's a blank category to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I do like Fantastic Beasts, and I have not seen all of the Harry Potter movies. Therefore, I cannot comment according to Kane. So we'll go 5,
Oh, he's not here right now.
3, very true, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Alex.
I don't have it. I've never seen this one.
Ooh, all right, and then we'll go over to Nico.
I think they used this in Sorcerer's Stone and Prisoner of Azkaban also, but I don't think I have the spell right. Is it Revelus?
You were close. It's Revelio.
Damn it!
But yeah, close. All right.
All right. In the category that makes me happy as could be,
Shit.
in Fast and Furious. This is the category that consists of all my favorite films. In which film does Letty apparently die? So
This
glad
one
you
is not my favorite of them, but it did subsequently lead to the movies getting better.
asked. Yeah, it was kind of like the second trilogy standpoint with the movies, if you think about it.
You're not wrong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Nico.
Total guess. Fast 5?
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Alex.
Fast and Furious, the 4th.
That is correct for 1 point, and we have a lead.
Damn it,
Alex,
Corbin.
you made me happy with that. I am proud of you.
All right, gentlemen, your 8th question comes from the world of Star Wars, a category Nico adores. Who issued the creation of the Clone Army?
Oh. Yeah, this one's easy.
And it is also, I do believe, a playable character within the Kingdom Hearts games. I only say that because E3 Kingdom Hearts should be coming out soon for the 3rd one.
Oh, really? Only thing I saw on my timeline after E3 was Bethesda's making another Elder Scrolls. 5,
Yeah,
4,
they had a little
3,
30-second trailer reveal.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Alex.
I believe it was Jedi Master Sifo Dyas.
That is correct for 1 point. And Nico.
Master Sifo Dyas.
That is also correct for 1 point.
All right, gentlemen. Gentlemen, your next category is in the world of Marvel movies. Who was the first mutant to appear in X-Men Days of Future Past?
To clarify, this is the first mutant that appears on screen in the movie, and we do want their superhero name.
I think this one was the best out of those three, those newer ones.
The new 3?
Yeah.
I can definitely see it. I personally love First Class, but Days of Future Past was also very, very good, even though I have almost little to no allegiance to that original X-Men trilogy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Nico.
Was it Shadowcat? Kitty Pryde?
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Alex.
Quicksilver.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Warpath.
Yep.
Played by
Warpath.
Boo Boo Stewart, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Your final question comes from the world of Star Trek. Star Trek. We're not going to take spelling for this one because this is almost impossible. Just kind of, ballpark the pronunciation. What planet does Kirk and the Enterprise track Khan to in Star Trek Into Darkness?
It's not impossible to spell. It's not.
It is. If you look at the parenthetical in the answer, that's the way you're supposed to spell it. So
That's also for the pronunciation for it too, because if you look at the spelling and the pronunciation values, they differ, but
yeah,
they do.
I would have spelt it the way that I have it written down in pronunciation wise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Alex.
I don't know the actual name of it, but I know it's the Klingon homeworld.
That you're kind of right, but we needed the name. All right, Nico.
I just wrote Baku because I don't know Trek.
That's incorrect. We're looking for Kronos, which is spelled QO'N-O'. According to Tim, that's easy to spell.
Why did you not give me an Arrowverse hint here? I could have worked with that.
If you're a fan of it, Caleb, it's easy to spell.
I am a fan of it, and I can't spell that.
I'm a
All
huge
right,
fan. I'm sorry.
All right, so at the end of round 1, Alex Omega Worden is up with 4, followed close by Nico, who has 3. But now, gentlemen, comes to round 2, which is our wheel round. You will each get a chance to spin our lovely wheel, presented to us by Wheel Decide. And you will get a chance to get 5 questions from any of our categories. Before I finish explaining the rules, I will give you the category options. On the wheel today, we have Star Trek, Star Wars, Kaiju, DC, Back to the Future, Disney, and Pixar, as well as players and opponents' choice. Now, when you land on a category that you like, that you want to keep, you get 5 questions each worth 2 points apiece. You can go to multiple choice. It decreases the point value down to 1. If you don't like the spin you got, you can respin, but you're stuck with whatever you land on. It's typical Schmodown round 2. Any questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
All right, Alex, since you are in the lead, you can choose whether you'd like to go first or defer to Nico.
I will defer.
All right, Nico, you are going first.
I will defer to Tim.
Spin is away. Cannot do that. You have landed opponent's choice.
That's all you, Nico.
All right, Alex, what is Nico going to be answering his questions from?
Star Trek.
Ooh, all right, Tim, you want to give him his questions in the realm of Star Trek?
Oh, with pleasure. With pleasure.
I hate you all so much right now.
Nico, the only true star is Trek. So, Nico, for your first question in Star Trek, what is the name of Admiral Marcus's ship in Star Trek Into Darkness?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice is A, Kobayashi Maru, B, Botany Bay, C, Vengeance, or D, Red Dawn.
Is it Red Dawn?
That is incorrect. Alex, 1 point chance to steal.
The USS Vengeance.
That is correct for 1 point steal. All right, Nico, your second question. In the realm of Star Trek, on what planet does the final battle take place in Star Trek Generations?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, SETI Alpha 2, B, Viridian 3, C, Mars, or D, Kronos?
Is it Viridian 3?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Nico, on to your third question. What is the name of Spock's half-brother in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Sarek, B, Savick, C, Sybok, or D, Sebek.
Sarek?
That is incorrect. Alex, a chance for a 1 point steal.
Can you repeat the options, please?
Yes, I can. Option A, Sarek, B, Savick, C, Sybok, or D, Sebek.
C.
That is correct for another steal for 1 point. Nico, your fourth question in Star Trek. What is the name of the ship that Chekhov is on at the start of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
You made the choices.
Is it A, Reliant, B, Rescue, C, Recovery, or D, Enterprise?
Is it the Reliant?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Nico.
Can I challenge that? The answer was Reliant. Nico said Reliant.
I heard him say Reliant. It was an audio thing.
Okay.
Okay. I can give that, but otherwise I would have said Schmodown precedent would have been like set by the Schmodown precedent. We would have had to have agreed to Alex's challenge.
The way it came out in my speaker, it sounded like a T, not a C.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll give you that because it also sounded that way on my end as well. So I can see it. So we'll uphold Nico.
That is fair.
We'll uphold Nico. All right.
All right, Nico, your fifth and final question. How many films has William Shatner appeared as Captain Kirk to date?
Seven?
That is correct for 2 points.
Holy shit.
Nice.
That was a big 2-point pickup for Nico there at the end, which puts him at 7. Alex is behind him with 6 because of those steals. All right, so now Alex, it's your turn to spin the wheel. The spin is away, and it lands on Pixar movies. Would you like to keep or spin again?
Spin again.
All right, and he will spin it again, and it lands on Star Wars.
Ooh.
We will be administered questions from the world of Star Wars, which
Okay.
I will now be giving to you. All right. In the world of Star Wars, your first question. On what planet was Aayla Secura killed on?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Utapau, B, Coruscant, C, Felucia, or D, Megiddo.
C.
That's correct for 1 point.
Nice.
All right, your second question. What is the name of the creature that Han rides on to save Luke while on Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back?
Tauntaun.
Correct for 2 more points. All right, your third question. Who plays Chewbacca in Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Jonas Suitwell.
No.
Incorrect. Nico for a 2-point steal.
It is Johann Sutamau.
I'm not sure how that pronunciation is going to go.
Go on Jedi Council. They have him as an interview guest. That is how you pronounce his last
All
name.
right, I'll take your word for it then. That's 2 points for you then.
Come on.
Because it is here, I would have pronounced it Jonas Suetamo, but we'll be lenient just because it's a weird name. But there are certain vowels that need to be pronounced. Right, your fourth question. What planet does Obi-Wan battle Grievous on in Revenge of the Sith?
Utapau.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your final question. What is the name of the third Jedi that Palpatine killed in Revenge of the Sith?
Oh, God. Multiple choice.
Your options are A. Plo Koon, B. Sensei Tin, C. Kit Fisto, or D. Ki-Adi-Mundi.
I was counting it wrong. It's Kit Fisto.
That is correct for 1 point.
Could have just won with it.
And at the end of round 2, Alex is up by 12, Nico behind him with 8. But we are far from over as we get into round 3, which is our betting round.
Time.
Yes.
The Chewbacca question. Was the first name Johan or Jonas?
It's like Joonas. So Jonas.
Yeah, it would have been Jonas.
I said Johan.
Okay, then we'll have to take. Then we'll take those points back. So we'll make it. Then it's 12-6.
7.
7.
Yeah.
No, you got 2 points for that.
You
Nico.
had 8. You got 2
Yeah,
points.
it would
for
have
that.
been 6. It would have been
But
12.
I had 9 before that. I had 9 when I got those 2 points.
No, you had 8.
No, you did.
You had 8 points.
No, I counted. I got, started off at,
You started
Okay.
off with 3.
You had 4. You had
I got up to 7 after those Star Trek
the
questions.
score at the end of round 1 was 4-3, and then when we get into round 2, we got to Star Trek, and in the Star Trek category, you got
I got up to 7.
1 point there, and 2 points.
I
So
got
that would have been 3 more in your Star Trek round, which put you up to 6.
No, I got 2 1-pointers and 1 2-pointer.
No, I stole 2 1-pointers from you because before that round I had
Because
4.
the Vengeance one was Alex.
Alex stole the Vengeance
He got Viridian 3.
for 1
Alex
point.
stole Cybok.
6.5 hours later.
He and then no one got the Reliant one because he said.
No,
Nico got the Reliant.
Okay, then he got Reliance. That's 2, and then he got the 2-point shot in their question.
Actually,
so that
yeah,
would have been
Nico's
4.
right. He is at 7.
Okay, then
Yeah.
he is at 7. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. All right.
So just
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, but this is far from over as we get into round 3, which is our betting round. Betting round works like this. You'll each be given 5 of the same questions from the categories. We will give you the category. Then you write down how many points you'd like to bet between 0 and 2 points. And then we'll ask you the question. You get the question right, you get the points you bet, and vice versa. Any questions?
Good to go.
All right, gentlemen, your first question in the category of MCU. How many points do you want to bet? We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Alex. How many points are you willing to bet on MCU?
I have some breathing room, so I'm going to bet 1.
All right, and Nico, how many points are you betting on the first question?
I got to go big, too.
All right. Your question from the MCU. What is the name of the kid played by Ty Simpkins in Iron Man 3?
we got to bring up Iron Man 3 in the trilogy.
I actually like Iron Man 3 more than Iron Man 2.
See, I thought Iron Man 2 was their height. I thought that was better than 1.
Oh my gosh. No
Yeah.
way. This is
In
the
a lot
worst
of
MCU
aspects.
movie ever made is Iron Man 2.
I don't get why. I thought it was pretty good.
All right then. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right. Nico's using his second repeat. All right. In the category of the MCU, what is the name of the kid played by Ty Simpkins in Iron Man 3? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
Harley.
That is correct for 1 point. And Nico.
I pulled it, Harley.
That is correct for 2 points for Nico. After that, Alex is up to 13. Nico behind him with 9.
All right, gentlemen, your next category is in Disney. How many points would you like to wager? See, I can learn, Caleb.
You can learn. And the audience has no idea what we're referencing.
Oh, wait for the end of the year because if Kane's editing these, he needs to get like a blooper reel from everything.
Oh, he already expended one of the best blooper reel bits at the end of mine and Ryan's match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. How many points are you willing to bet?
Start with Nico this time.
Start with Nico this time.
2.
All right, and Alex.
I'm gonna go for 1.
All right.
All right, gentlemen, your question in Disney. What is the name of the head of the East India Trading Company who wishes to exterminate pirates in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? I was really happy when this character bit the dust.
I love his performance all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
He is absolutely great, and I can't believe people don't talk about him because he was awesome.
Well, yeah, he was one of those characters that you just love to hate. You
Oh, yeah.
couldn't wait to see him get his end. It was great.
Oh yeah, totally. 5, 4. Second best villain of the whole franchise. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Nico.
No.
Ooh, that's a loss of 2. All right, let's go over to Alex.
I didn't know it. I was about to finish writing. Curse of the Black Pearl is the only good one.
Oh, that's a loss of 1. You're looking for Lord Cutler Beckett.
Beckett, okay.
All right, your third question, and I'm not even kidding, comes from the category of Star Trek. How many points you willing to bet on Star Trek?
Oh boy, we come full circle.
All right, Alex, how many points you willing to bet?
Since I have my breathing room, 1.
All right, and Nico.
Not worth it. 0.
Okay. Your question. What is the name of the Riemann leader in Star Trek Nemesis?
And I don't need to write this down since he's not answering, right?
I mean, we'll have you write it down just for the sake that Nico can actually play
I'm not
along
going
for
to
stats.
I'm not.
Okay,
going-
well, that's going to count against you as a question wrong in your stats. So, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alex, what do you got?
Forgive the spelling, but I'm pretty sure it's Shinzon.
Yep.
Yep, that's correct for 1 point. He has made up his ground again, back to 13, and Nico, smartly betting nothing, is at 7. There is still the potential for a 8-point swing here as we get into the second to last question, which is from the category of DC. How many points are you willing to bet on DC?
I'm currently up by 6, correct?
Yeah, it's 13-7.
So if I bet 0, that ends the game.
Yeah.
Technically.
So I'm betting 0.
All right, and we'll play the question now for stats. And Nico.
2.
All right. From DC, your question, Nico. What race of Doctor Who villains appear in the Lego Batman movie?
Cybermen.
Incorrect for 2 points.
The answer is Daleks.
It's the Daleks. And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Alex Omega Worden. Daleks. And Nico is staring out his window, crying at his second Jeffrey Dean Morgan of his career so far.
And Jim, seeing this being a Doctor Who question, is probably crying in a corner somewhere.
He is. I promise you, my dude is. Because me and him are both Doctor Who fans to an insane level.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was a really, really tight match. Nico did play very well. He just got very unlucky in round 2. Alex capitalizing on his strength and capitalizing on opponent's choice. It was a very entertaining match, gentlemen. And with that, Alex is making it to the semifinals against either Jake Marangoni or Robert Parker, which is It's a very tough semifinal here. The semifinals are set. We have half of our semifinals on each side of the bracket determined, which is going to be it's going to be very interesting to see based on who we have now in the tournament still standing. All right, Tim, you want to take it into post-match interviews?
All right, let's start with our victorious winner, the return of Omega, even though we were promised he was a good guy, but he reverted to Omega for this match. Alex, how you feeling after that big win? Now you are moving on into the tournament, one step closer to that goal. What's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, it came down to round 3 and playing smart. Nico said it himself in his last match against Woodburn. If you're good at doing the math, you know when to play smart and when to be ambitious. When I had that luck going into round 2 of him pulling Star Trek and opponents, and I'm able to hand him Star Trek, I knew from that point on, I just needed to get through round 2 and then play smart in round 3. That's exactly what I did. And we got to that 4th question, I knew it was cinched at that point. All I had to do was lay back and let the numbers do their work. That said, once again, Nico gives me a hell of a match. He's not that easy an opponent to knock out. No one should ever discount Nico. I certainly don't ever, anytime I step in the ring with him. But like I said, he brings something out in me. He brings out that fire. And even though this wasn't my best game, this was a game where I was able to cinch in halfway through round 1, start knocking out some questions, got a little lucky, but played the game, played it right, and I'm moving on to the semifinals where I am supposed to be ready to go. I got 2 opponents, potentially, one of whom I have a bad history against, and one of whom I know wants some blood after goings on in another league. I'm ready for either.
That was going to be my next question, actually, with you, Alex, was with that next match, which of the 2 do you feel most comfortable going up against, having the potential you get past that one to go one step closer, but who do you feel more comfortable with facing?
Honestly, it's 50-50 for me. Robert and I, we've had some close competitive games in general movie trivia in the past, but I know he's a beast at Geek. That said, I know I beat Jake in the clutch in There Will Be Trivia teams, but I've seen his play here so far, and the dude has earned his position here. So honestly, I know I'm in for a fight against either of them, but I'm looking forward to it because that match right there, that's going to determine your champion. I know Chance Ellison's on the other side of the bracket, but whoever comes out of the next match I play in, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle, but the winner is going to be battle ready to take the belt. I guarantee that.
Oh, yeah. And I was going to say congratulations, but you did have to mention a pretty bad moment over there, especially for me. So
you're on to better things.
Yeah. So let's go to Nico. Nico, unfortunately, you couldn't pull it out. I know you're at that window right now, but unfortunately, you didn't make it. You had one hell of a game. How are you feeling after that loss?
I'm looking out a window. How do you think I feel right now?
Fair point. And I think on that note, I think I'm going to throw it back to Kaleb at that point because this is awkward.
I guess.
All right. Give me some actual questions.
All right.
If you want to conduct an interview, let's do this.
Nico, with that loss, what's your next step to get back into this? Now that the tournament is done for you, what's your next step to get back into fandom? Because you made it pretty far within the tournament, and I would imagine, I know that doesn't really have a good taste in the mouth to get that far and then get shorted out at that point. But what's the next step for you to get ready to get back into fandoms? Is it more studying, maybe within Star Trek, or?
I really do know that I need to watch Star Trek if I want to get ahead in this league. The problem is I just can't bring myself to put myself in a position where I have to look at a board. I do not do well with cyborgs, and I have seen a photo of a baby Borg on the Star Trek Wikipedia page, and it creeped me out, and I don't want to see any more of that. So this is kind of a thing that I have to make a weakness of mine. Like, I can't put in the work to get over that hump because I can't bring myself to watch the movies without like childhood trauma from the Terminator being brought back to haunt me.
To save you some heartache, I can say just don't watch First Contact. The rest of them, you'll be fine.
So that's what I was told, but like, I don't know if I can fully believe you on that. Like you might be forgetting one Borg that was walking down an alleyway buying food.
No, I'm not, Nico. Trust me. I'm Star Wars, or I'm Star Trek guy more than Star Wars. Trust me. No, I'm not forgetting a Borg. But I know it's a heartening loss, but
I could have not said anything about that Jonas Johan screw up, and I still would probably be like mathematically in a position to catch up. Whether or not we look at the stats afterwards and we say, "Oh no, that's not the case," then that can be left for off air. But I could have not said anything, and I could have been cheap, and I could have used the fact that no one caught my screw up and maybe pulled ahead. But I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did that. And
that's an honest competitor right there for you. That's being an honest competitor.
And unfortunately, now I'm in a position where I have to live with the heartache of losing again when I'm trying so damn hard to prove myself as a competitor worth being taken seriously. I don't know what the next step is in terms of singles. I really don't know.
I mean, I see you coming back, and I see you coming back with a vengeance after studying Nico. I really do. I know this was a heartening loss for you, especially with someone that you've had a long history with. I get that. And I really believe we'll see you back again, and I hope we do. But with that, I'm going to throw it back to Kaleb to wrap us up after this one hell of a matchup.
This was very good. Nico shouldn't be beating himself too much over there. He played great, and I think we should actually highlight how honest of a competitor he is. Just for catching a screw up and admitting that. That's integrity, and that's something we admire over here. But we also can't deny how strong of a performance Alex had. So going into that semifinal, it's going to be a bloodbath. Alex proved today that he can feasibly play for the title. If Jake or Robert, the winner of that, I don't know. If anything could happen, I think Alex would have a harder time with Robert just because it's Robert. But I think he might be able to beat Jake, depending on which one he faces. It's definitely going to be an interesting semifinal. But that was it for this installment of Fandom Fights Singles Tournament. So let's kick it over to our competitor, Alex Worden. Where can they find you?
Of course, as always, you guys know me. You can find me on Full Metal Media, part of the Worldwide Movie Games Network. You can also find me here, hopefully soon, competing in the Movie Warzone tournament, coming up in Fandom Fights. I'm teaming up with There Will Be Trivia Zone Case Cornelesa. We formed a brand new team. Happy to announce we're called the Nuclear Option. We're going to be ripping up that team tournament and bringing the gold home to the Atomic Nation there as well. Check us out. Of course, check out Full Metal Media and Worldwide Movie Games on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe, and of course, watch me here whenever I show up. I love being here on Multiplex. Love it every time you guys have me. Like and support these guys as much as you can, folks.
All right, let's go to our unfortunate competitor, the Jay Washington of the league, Nico Suave Regoli. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. You can find me here at Multiplex Entertainment. It's that name for Facebook and YouTube. On Twitter, it's at MultiplexYT. On Instagram, it's at Multiplex Entertainment Network. Buy the House Nightfury shirts on TeePublic. On our TeePublic, I feel like tears are going to come as soon as I get off camera.
All right, an emotional Nico Suave Regoli. Buy his shirt, Wild Berries. All right, Tim Smith, where can they find you?
Like it's already been harkened, you can find me heading all this with the help of a lot of you great people here at Multiplex, here with Movie Warzone, Fandom Fights, Sports, which will be starting very soon, and of course TV Throwdown, and of course with a plethora of all our other shows and projects we have in the works. Find us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter handle MultiplexYT, Instagram Multiplex Entertainment Network, YouTube and Facebook Multiplex Entertainment, and of course we have TeePublic out there. Support our starving artist that creates these great designs for all of us, the fans. And you can find me anytime you need someone to fill in, I guess, for a co-host.
It's very true. Tim has been very reliable. Job security, as always. I'm not going to blink twice for help. All right, so you can find me, the king, Kaleb Koho, across all social media at Kaleb Koho. That's KALEB KOHO on YouTube, where I do my music stuff, on Twitter and Instagram, and Koho Productions on YouTube, where I do all my film stuff. My group, The Forks, put our debut album Shoot for Teams back in February. You can get that on all digital stores and streamers wherever you consume your digital music. And you can find me right here heading up Fandom Fights with my buddy Kane. And you can also find me in the semifinals as well. So enjoy the rest of our tournament. And as always, guys, we'll see you next week.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Stockfish McGee bringing you guys your stats for the match. In today's match, we had Nico Suave Regoli versus Alex Worden in this round 2 matchup. Both competitors would not even go 500 in round number 1. Alex would go 4 for 10 for a total of 40%, while Nico would go 3 for 10 for a total of 30%. Round number 2, Nico would land on opponent's choice, having to go to multiple choice for pretty much all of them except for one, and go 3 for 5 in that round. And then Alex Worden would land on Star Wars and go 4 for 5 for that round and start getting a commanding lead. In round number 3, Nico would not help his case, only going 1 for 4 in round number 3, while Alex would go 3 for 4 in round number 3 and end up winning the game via TKO. And this is going to be your Fandom Fights Top 12 update. Alex Worden would actually move up to number 2, right behind Kaleb Koho. I don't know how he's number 1. This is the apocalypse. And Nico would actually drop down to number 8. Not a big drop, but he does have that win on him to kind of give him a little cushion compared to the players who do not have a win. So yeah, this has been Stockman bringing you guys your stats for the match. And yeah, next week we have 2 awesome matches: Jake Maragoni versus Robert Parker, and Ryan Permison versus Chance the Titan Ellison. Check that out next week on Friday. I've been Stockfish McGee bringing you guys your stats for the match. Peace out.